So I'm sitting here at the beach and doing some drawing, and here's what I've been working on. And I've been taking some photos along the way and keeping track of how much time I've spent on it and what I've used. So I started with a 2B pencil, and then I moved to a 6B pencil. And I was thinking about how once I roughed in basically did a gesture drawing of the landscape to establish the scene. And I'm mostly looking up at my view as much as possible and really quickly moving my pencil. So here's the 2B, and mostly pinching it like that to quickly establish lines. And then as I lock in some details like in the buildings, then I might pivot to a more traditional like writing stance with my hand, but mostly I'm keeping it really loose with a pinch pose. And now I'm starting to tune into where my darkest darks are and my lightest lights to really establish the space and see the overall scene. So I realized we haven't talked a lot about shading, so I wanted to point out a chart, right? So this is a very traditional drawing project where you might draw your blackest black, and right now I'm using a 6B pencil to get that all the way completely covered with graphite, and then moving down to get a real range so I can go in basically even steps from darkest dark to lightest light. And I want to make sure that all of those tones are represented in the drawing if I'm seeing all of those darkest darks and lightest lights up on my scene. And just keep trusting that I need to draw what I'm seeing, not what I think I should be seeing, and letting that reality of the scene show up on the page. As I establish my drawing, I get to make a decision. Do I want to keep developing the downtown area and leave this more vague, or do I want to develop this area? Or really, I could choose to focus in on anywhere. It could be the foreground here with the plants and the sand. But instead, I'm interested in this building today, so I'm spending more of my time clarifying that in my drawing. There's a lot going on out here with the boats. In the meantime, here's the view I've been drawing, and here's the drawing. So I've been erasing back a little bit here and there to fix things and blur things a bit with my fingers, because this is still a way to show the depth, is to show a little bit more of the detail of the beautiful little grasses up there, and then let them get softer as they recede back in space. So I'm trying to give these gestural indications of the grasses, and then they gradually get less distinct and softer. So that's a little bit about my process for drawing this landscape sketch. I hope it was useful.